Khama wrote and signed a message of condolences on behalf of the nation at the Cuban Embassy this morning. This gesture was in remembrance of Cuba's former President Fidel Castro, who passed away on Friday. Gabinete reports.
Hundreds of thousands of Cubans gathered at Revolution Square in the capital Havana to pay tribute to the late revolutionary leader Fidel Castro, who passed away on Friday. While many nations continue to stand in solidarity with the Cuban people, on the home front, Botswana too remembered the nonagenarian who, through his leadership, Botswana and Cuba relations were fostered some 39 years ago. Today, the Cuban Embassy opened its doors to President Khama, the Vice President Sisi, various cabinet ministers, and the leader of opposition, Duma Boko, who all signed a condolence book. Castro was admired by many around the world, especially in Latin America and Africa. His legacy includes instituting free education and healthcare for Cuban people. A demonstration of the fostered relations between Botswana and Cuba is a statue of Botswana's first president, Seretse Khama, in Cuba's National Heroes Park, where Botswana's founding father stands among African leaders honored by Cuba for fighting for liberation.
Our condolences, our sympathies to the family of the late President Fidel Castro and to the government and people of Cuba. We know how much he was responsible for the liberation of our subcontinent, and he played a very meaningful role in being able to lift the yoke of colonialism. And that is something that we will never ever forget, because it affected all of us. And even since then, the tremendous assistance that we have benefited from. We are where we are today in Botswana because of the help we have received from the Cuban government.
The heroic manner in which you conquered illiteracy in your country. You were able, in the face of all the adversity of an international blockade by the United States of America, to have the best healthcare system in the world that is an exemplar and an inspiration. We are most grateful. And we trust that the ties, the bonds that bind the Cuban people and the people of this country will continue. We are most grateful to you and to the Cuban people, and above all to Comrade Fidel Castro. And that's why I've said, adios, Comandante. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Following the death of Castro, who ruled Cuba for half a century until 2008, Cuba declared 9 days of national mourning from the 26th of November to the 4th of December.
The burial is going to be played in Santiago also on the 4th of December. So our people highly appreciate the show of solidarity and the deepest condolence from many people all over the world, including Botswana people who have been attending the signature of condolence book. All of our embassies abroad, in all parts of the world, have been getting a lot of show of this solidarity and support to our revolution, show of deep sorrow because of the demise of our historic leader.
Nationwide, Cubans have lined up to sign condolence books and pledges to honor Castro's socialist ideology, with reports revealing that leaders from around 60 countries and millions of Cubans gathered to mourn Fidel Castro. BTV News, Gaborone.
The new Chinese ambassador to Botswana, Chao Yambo,